Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to Mashirika one more time for an amazing performance.
Barakoze cyane Mashirika twongera tubashimira cyane.
Every year, we welcome our partners from around the world to join the KWITA celebrations. Before we reach the moment we've all been waiting for, we have a special message from one of our partners, Paris Saint-Germain Football Club. Why should you visit the gorillas in Rwanda? Here are the 5 reasons.
inshuti z'u Rwanda n'abafatanyabikorwa tubana muri byose ndetse n'iki gikorwa bagihoza ku mutima. Bamwe muri bo ni ikipe ya Paris Saint-Germain. Reka mbasabe mukurikira amashusho akubiye mu butumwa bamwe mu bakinnyi b'iyo kipe batugeneye bavuga n'impamvu abantu bagomba gusura u Rwanda.
Let's take a look.
Bonjour à tous.
Nous allons partager avec vous les 5 principales raisons pour lesquelles vous devrez aller voir les gorilles des montagnes au Rwanda.
C'est une rencontre inoubliable avec les gorilles dans leurs habitats naturels.
Une rencontre qui change la vie.
Demandez à Yuri Djorkaeff et Paoletta.
Il y a 12 familles de gorilles que vous pouvez rencontrer au Rwanda. Vous pouvez même les taguer et les suivre sur le compte Instagram @gorillagram.
Des anciens et actuels joueurs du PSG ont eu l'honneur de nommer des bébés gorilles Rwanda.
Vous pourrez entre autres voir Ikuzu,
Celui que Juan Pablo Sorin
A baptisé en 2022 à KWITA IZINA.
Le Rwanda abrite plus de la moitié des gorilles de montagne du monde.
Et chaque année, le pays organise une cérémonie
pour baptiser les bébés gorilles nés dans l'année, appelée
KWITA IZINA.
et vous pouvez rendre visite au bébé gorille que j'ai nommé avec mes coéquipiers en 2021. Bébé Ingeri, j'ai hâte de te voir bientôt au Rwanda, tout comme mes bébés gorilles nommés cette année par notre légende Bernard Lama et mon ami Joachim Noir.
Happy KWITA IZINA Day.
Happy KWITA IZINA Day.
Happy KWITA IZINA Day.
Now, the moment we've all been waiting for is here. In Rwandan culture, when a new baby is born, the whole village celebrates. Today, we are celebrating the 23 baby gorillas that were born throughout the year.
Abana b'ingagi bagiye guhabwa amazina uyu munsi bavuka muri iyi miryango ikurikira. Hari umuryango wa Ntambara, umuryango wa Hirwa, Agashya, Igisha, Sabyinyo, Sigasira, Musirikare, Isimbi, Mutobo, Kwitonda, Kuryama, Pablo, Muhoza ndetse n'umuryango wa Dushishoze.
All those families mentioned are excited for today. We are here to name their new baby gorillas. It is now our great honor to welcome and introduce this year's namers. This year's names include dignitaries, sports legends, international actors and musicians, global entrepreneurs, tourism key players around the world, rangers, conservation scientists, media personalities and investors. One thing they all have in common is their passion for the environment.
Nibyo koko nk'uko Nkusi abivuze, abashyitsi bose turi kumwe icyo bahuriyeho n'urukundo bakunda ibidukikije. Hano turi kumwe n'abayobozi baturutse mu bihugu bitandukanye, ibihangange muri siporo, filime na muzika ku rwego mpuzamahanga. Turi kumwe n'abashoramari bakomeye, abacuruzi bakomeye, abahanga mu kubungabunga ibidukikije, abanyamakuru hamwe n'abavukari kumvikana ku isi. Reka mbasabe uko tugiye kubabamurikira bazajya begera ejuru dufatanye twese kubereka urugwiro tubakomera amashyi.
Dear neighbors, please allow us to acknowledge your presence and introduce you to the thousands of community members gathered here, as well as those watching from home. Once we name, please stand up and we can see you. Wave to us and we can acknowledge your presence. Ineza Muhoza Grace. Grace Ineza is the founder and CEO of the Green Protector, a women-led non-profit organization committed to fostering greater youth engagement in the environmental conservation. She is the founder and CEO of the Green Protector, a women-led non-profit organization committed to fostering greater youth engagement in the environmental conservation. She is He also serves on the board of trustees of the African Wildlife Foundation, where he champions awareness for Africa's wildlife, wildlands, and conservation.
turi kumwe kandi na Larry Green ni umushoramari mu by'ubwubatsi ukomoka muri Leta Zunze Ubumwe za Amerika. Ni umuyobozi mu nama y'ubutegetsi kandi akanaba umunyamigabane mu kigo African Wildlife Foundation, akaba ndetse ari no mu bindi bigo bikomeye bifasha ndetse bikigisha ibijyanye no kubungabunga ibyanya n'amaparike nyafurika.
We have BioNTech represented here today by Professor Eslam Turechi and Dr. Silk Puteng here with us. Turechi is the co-founder and chief medical officer of BioNTech. She is a trained physician, immunologist, and cancer researcher, and the recipient of the German Sustainability Award, among other notable recognitions.
Turi kumwe n'itsinda ryaturutse muri BioNTech harimo Professor Turechi, numwe mu batangije uruganda ruzwi mu gukora imiti n'inkingo rwa BioNTech. Ni umuganga w'inzobere mu ndwara za kanseri, ubushakashatsi amaze gukora kuri izo ndwara ndetse n'imiti amaze kuvumbura byamuhesheje ibihembo bikomeye mu Budage harimo nk'icyitwa German Sustainability Award.
Dr. Puteng is the Chief Operating Officer of BioNTech. He joined the BioNTech in 2014 from Novartis. Dr. Puteng started his career as a consultant with McKinsey & Company. Together, they represent BioNTech here, which is establishing a sustainable and a state-of-the-art mRNA vaccine manufacturing here in Rwanda.
Dr. Puteng nawe yaje ahagarariye BioNTech, akaba ari umwe mu bayobozi muri urwo ruganda ruzwi gukora imiti n'inkingo. Yatangiye ari umukonsultant muri McKinsey & Company, aza kuhava yerekeza mu kigo gikomeye gikora imiti mu Busuwisi kizwi nka Novartis. Hanyuma nyuma yaho nibwo yerekeje muri BioNTech abarizwamo kuri ubu. Aba bombi rero baje bahagarariye BioNTech, mbibutsa yuko kandi iri no kubaka uruganda rw'inkingo mu Rwanda.
Thank you very much for joining us here today. We have Danai Gurira, a Zimbabwean American actress, playwright, and activist. She is best known as Okoye in the Marvel film Black Panther 2018 and Black Panther Wakanda Forever 2022. Danai founded Love Our Girls, a non-profit organization that advocates for gender equality and women's rights.
Uyu nawe ni umukinnyi ukomeye cyane w'umuhanga w'igihangange ku isi, afite ubwenegihugu bwa Zimbabwe ndetse na Leta Zunze Ubumwe za Amerika. Abarebye filime nka Black Panther ndetse na Wakanda Forever bamuzi nka Okoye. Tumwakire cyane.
Anders Holk Paulson is the CEO of the international retail clothing chain Bestseller and has invested in various entities here in Rwanda, including the African Leadership University and the hospitality business. He's a proud conservationist, and his work with Wildland Limited awarded him the RSGS Gandus Environment Medal.
Uyu ni umunyadenmark w'umushoramari mu mideri n'imyambaro. Ni nyiri kimwe mu bigo bikomeye cyane ku isi gikora imyambaro kizwi nka Bestseller. Uyu kandi akaba yarashoye imari mu Rwanda binyuze mu makaminuza nka African Leadership University ndetse n'amahoteli. Ni umwe mu bantu bashyira imbaraga cyane mu kubungabunga ibidukikije.
Thank you for being with us here today.
Turi kumwe kandi na Audrey Azoulay. Audrey Azoulay est la directrice générale de l'Organisation des Nations Unies pour l'éducation, la science et la culture, UNESCO, depuis 2017, devenant ainsi la deuxième femme dirigeant cette organisation. Elle a précédemment servi en tant que ministre française de la Culture de 2016 à 2017. Elle promeut l'innovation, le dialogue interculturel ainsi que l'avancement dans le secteur de l'éducation.
Azoulay is the Director General of the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Culture Organization, UNESCO, since 2017, becoming the second female leader of the organization. Prior to this, she served as France's Minister of Culture from 2016 to 2017. She actively promotes innovation, intercultural dialogue, and educational advancement. Thank you for being with us.
Audrey Azoulay ni umuyobozi mukuru w'agashami k'umuryango w'abibumbye kita ku burezi, siyanse n'umuco UNESCO kuva mu mwaka wa 2017. Akaba ari nawe mugore wa kabiri wayoboye UNESCO. Yanabaye minisitiri w'umuco mu Bufaransa kuva 2016 kugera muri 2017. Turi kumwe kandi na Bernard Lama. Bernard Lama est un entraîneur de football français et un ancien gardien de but du Paris Saint-Germain. Avec l'équipe nationale, il a gagné la Coupe du Monde de 1998 et l'Euro 2000. Il a également été directeur général de l'équipe nationale de Guyane française.
Lama is a legendary football coach and a former PSG goalkeeper. Together with the French national team, he won the 1998 FIFA World Cup and the UEFA Euro 2000. He has also served as the general manager of the French Guyana national team.
Bernard Lamani gihangange mu mupira w'amaguru wamenyekanye cyane nk'umunyezamu mu ikipe y'igihugu y'Ubufaransa, yanatwaye ibikombe bitandukanye harimo nk'igikombe cyo mu Bufaransa mu 1993, shampiyona w'umupira w'amaguru mu Bufaransa mu 1994 ndetse na Coupe de la Ligue mu 1995 n'ibindi byinshi. Twongere tumwakire.
Thank you. We also have Bukola Elemide, professionally recognized as Asha. She is a Nigerian French singer, songwriter, recording artist. She released a platinum-selling self-titled debut album in 2007, which gained global recognition and won the French Constantine Award in 2008.
Turi kumwe n'igihangange muri muzika yitwa Asha, akaba afite ubwenegihugu bwa Nigeria n'Ubufaransa, yatsindiye ibihembo bitandukanye harimo n'ibizwi nka Constantin byo mu Bufaransa mu mwaka wa 2008.
Thank you very much for joining us. His Excellency Hazza Al-Katani is the ambassador of the United Arab Emirates to Rwanda and the current dean of the Arab Diplomatic Corps Group here in Rwanda, and he's together with us.
Turi kumwe kandi na nyakubahwa Hazza Muhammad Al-Katani, ni uhagarariye umuryango ubumwe bw'ibihugu by'Abarabu mu Rwanda, akanaba ahagarariye ibihugu byose by'Abarabu, abahagarariye ibihugu byose by'Abarabu mu Rwanda kuva mu mwaka wa 2018. Twongere tumwakire.
Zurab Pololikashvili has been the Secretary General of the World Tourism Organization, UNWTO, since 2018. As the UNWTO Secretary General, Pololikashvili continues to emphasize tourism's role in delivering sustainable solutions for people, planet, prosperity, and peace.
Uyu ni umunyamabanga mukuru w'ikigo mpuzamahanga cy'ubukerarugendo kuva mu mwaka wa 2018, akaba yarahoze ari mu bagize guverinoma y'igihugu cye cya Georgia, aho yari minisitiri w'ububanyi n'amahanga, yahagarariye igihugu cye mu bihugu bitandukanye nka Espagne, Maroc, Algeria, Andorra n'ahandi. Twongere tumwakire cyane.
Thank you very much for joining us. We also have Kariminya Queen. Queen Kariminya is the first Rwandan woman driver to compete in the Rwandan Mountain Gorilla Rally. She started her racing journey as a co-driver in 2019. She also was the Miss Rwanda 2017 finalist and gender equality and advocate.
Turi kumwe na Queen Kariminya, n'umunyarwandakazi wa mbere witabiriye umukino w'amasiganwa y'imodoka. Yabitangiye muri 2019, akaba yaranageze kuri finali y'amarushanwa y'ubwiza ya Miss Rwanda muri 2017. Ibikorwa bye bikaba bigamije gutinyura umwana w'umukobwa no kwimakaza ihame ry'uburinganire. Tumwakire cyane.
Thank you very much for being with us. Jonathan Ledgard, the leading thinker on the near future in emerging economies, a technologist, an acclaimed novelist. He pioneered medical delivery by drone, notably introducing zipline in Rwanda.
Uyu nguyu azwi cyane mu bijyanye n'ikoranabuhanga n'ubutabazi bwifashisha ikoranabuhanga, cyane cyane mu gukoresha utudege duto tuzwi nka drone mu kohereza imiti n'amaraso kure kandi vuba. Urugero ni nk'ikigo cya zipline tumenyereye hano mu Rwanda. Tumwakire cyane.
Thank you very much for being with us. Winston Duke, a Tobagonian American actor, best known as Umbaku in the Marvel films Black Panther 2018 and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Winston also starred in Jordan Peele's horror film US 2019 and the Netflix thriller Spencer Confidential. Sandrine, I think we can say it, Wakanda Forever.
Winston Duke ni umukinnyi wa filime ukomeye cyane muri Leta Zunze Ubumwe za Amerika, afite inkomoko muri Trinidad na Tobago, azwi nka Umbaku muri filime yakunzwe nka Black Panther ndetse na Wakanda Forever. Tumwakire cyane.
Thank you very much for joining us. Ineza Elvin, a 12-year-old primary 6 student at École Regina Pacis Musanze. She is the best performing student at her school and has won various school, inter-schools and inter-district competitions. She represents future conservationists and leaders here in Rwanda.
Ineza Elvin ni umwana muto w'imyaka 12 w'umunyarwandakazi yiga mu mwaka wa gatandatu w'amashuri abanza muri École Regina Pacis hano i Musanze. Niwe wabaye umunyeshuri wa mbere wahize abandi ku ishuri rye ndetse no mu marushanwa yagiye ahuza ikigo yigaho n'ibindi bigo yaba ari mu rwego rw'akarere ndetse n'ibindi. Elvin ari hano nk'ikimenyetso cy'uko ibi dukora uyu munsi bitagomba guhagararira kuri twe ahubwo tugomba no kubitoza n'abakibyiruka.
Saul Campbell, an English professional football manager and former player, known as one of the best defenders of his generation. The England legend was part of the Arsenal team known as the Invincibles from 2003 to 2004 English Premier League season.
Uyu yitwa Saul Campbell ni igihangange mu mupira w'amaguru yamenyekanye cyane nk'umwe muri ba myugariro bakomeye ku isi ubwo yakiniraga ikipe ya Arsenal. Icyo gihe mu mwaka wa 2003-2004 ikipe ya Arsenal yatwaye Premier League na FA Cup idatsinzwe umukino n'umwe. Reka tumushimire tumwamwakira cyane.
Thank you very much for joining us here today. Idris Elba and Sabrina Dore Elba, they are here with us today. Idris Elba, an award-winning actor known for his role in Beasts of No Nation, sometimes in April, a film about the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi, and Mandela's Long Walk to Freedom, to name a few. He was appointed a UN Goodwill Ambassador for the International Fund for Agriculture Development, IFAD, in 2020.
Idris Elba na Sabrina Elba. Idris Elba ni igihangange muri filime akaba n'umuririmbyi ukomeye cyane akaba yaranatsinze ibihembo bitandukanye bikomeye muri sinema gukina.
Sabrina Dore Elba, thank you for joining us too. A UN Goodwill Ambassador for the International Fund for Africa and has made it her passion to advocate for the continent, particularly for the rural biodiversity.
Sabrina Dore Elba akaba ari umugore wa Idris Elba n'umunyamideli ukomeye cyane na wakina filime akaba ari na ambassadeur we na Idris Elba na ambassadeur b'ikigo cy'umuryango w'abibumbye cyita ku buhinzi n'iterambere kuva mu mwaka wa 2020. Sabrina Elba akaba nazwi cyane mu kuvuganira ndetse no guteza imbere umugabane aturukaho wa Afrika.
Thank you very much for joining us. Right Honorable Andrew Mitchell is here with us, a British cabinet member, currently serving as the Minister of State for Development and Africa in the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, FCDO. He has been a member of the Parliament for Santon Cornfield since 2001.
Turi kumwe na Honorable Andrew Mitchell akaba ari Minisitiri ushinzwe ububanyi n'amahanga mu biro by'umuryango w'ibihugu bikoresha ururimi rw'icyongereza. Nawe tumwakirana urugwiro.
Thank you very much for being with us. Nick Stone is here with us.
muri FS Investors akanaba umuyobozi w'ikigo cyambere ku isi mu kwakira abantu no kubungabunga ibidukikije kizwe kandi akunda u Rwanda cyane n'abanyarwanda nawe tumwakire.
Thank you very much for joining us. Joachim Noah and Lais Ribeiro is here with us. Joachim, a former professional basketball player who played for the Chicago Bulls and the French national team. He is a two-time NBA All-Star and the 2014 NBA Defensive Player of the Year. Joachim and his mother founded the Noah's Ark Foundation with a mission to empower children through arts and sports.
Turi kumwe na Joachim Noah ndetse na Lais Ribeiro. Joachim Noah abakunda umukino wa basket baramuzi nta kabuza. Ni igihangange igikomerezwa muri uwo mukino. Yakiniye amakipe akomeye nka Chicago Bulls muri Leta Zunze Ubumwe za Amerika ndetse n'ikipe y'igihugu y'Ubufaransa. Yanatwaye NBA All-Star inshuro ebyiri anahabwa igihembo cya myugariro w'umwaka muri 2014 muri uwo mukino.
Ribeiro is a Brazilian model, notably known for her work as a Victoria's Secret angel. She has been photographed by popular magazines like Vogue and appeared in advertising campaigns for brands such as Tom Ford and Christian Dior. She is also a member of the Noah's Ark Foundation.
Turi kumwe kandi na Ribeiro akaba ari umunyamideli ukomeye cyane ku isi w'umunyabrazil yakoranye n'ibigo bikomeye nka Ralph Lauren, Tom Ford, Christian Dior n'ibindi byinshi bikomeye. Reka bombi tubakire.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Turi kumwe kandi na Cyril Bolloré. Cyril Bolloré est un industriel et homme d'affaires français. Il est président-directeur général du groupe Bolloré, opérant dans une centaine de pays, y compris en Afrique, depuis plus de 40 ans. Le groupe Bolloré contribue à la croissance économique et sociale de ceux-ci.
Cyril Bolloré is a French industrialist and businessman. He is the chairman and CEO of the Bolloré Group, operating in more than 100 countries, including in Africa, for more than 40 years. The Bolloré Group contributes to the economic growth and social development where it is present.
Turi kumwe na Cyril Bolloré akaba ari umushoramari w'umunyenganda ukomeye cyane niwe ukuriye groupe Bolloré imaze imyaka irenga 40 ikora muri Afrika ndetse no ku isi hose ikaba yaranagize uruhare rukomeye mu iterambere ry'ibihugu byo muri Afrika. Twongere tumwakire cyane.
Thank you very much for joining us today. Joe Shodolph has worked in Silicon Valley for 50 years since its founding. He has been with Axel Partners, a leading global ventures fund that has invested in global giants like Facebook and Spotify for 30 years. He is a member of the executive committee of the World Economic Forum.
Uyu ni umwe mu bantu ba mbere bakoze muri Silicon Valley kuva yabaho. Ni ukuvuga ko amaze imyaka irenga 50 mu isi y'ikoranabuhanga. Akaba yaranayoboye abashoramari bagiye bashora imari mu bigo bikomeye by'ikoranabuhanga nka Facebook, Spotify n'ibindi. Ubu ni umwe mu bagize komite nshingwabikorwa y'inama mpuzamahanga y'ubukungu. Tumwakire cyane.
Thank you very much for joining us today. Innocent Dusabeyezu. Dusabeyezu has served as a ranger and tracker in the Volcanoes National Park since 2007. He is widely recognized for his diligence, teamwork, and exceptional gorilla monitoring expertise. He's also the winner of the RDB 2023 Best Performer in the Volcanoes National Park Award.
Turi kumwe na Innocent Dusabeyezu numwe mu bantu bafashije cyane ba mukerarugendo kubatembereza no kubereka ibyiza bitatse parike y'ibirunga kuva mu mwaka wa 2007. Azwi cyane kurugwiragira umwete n'umuhate mu kazi akaba by'umwihariko uyu mwaka ikigo cy'igihugu cy'iterambere cyaranabimuhereye ishimwe ry'umukozi w'indashyikirwa. Tumwakire cyane kandi tumushimira.
Thank you very much. We have our last namer that is joining us virtually. Kevin Hart, a renowned American comedian and actor, released comedy albums like Laugh at My Pain, Let Me Explain, and also starred in numerous films such as Think Like a Man and many more. Kevin founded Laugh Out Loud, a global media and production company to provide opportunities for the top talent worldwide.
Turi kumwe na Kevin Hart ku mutima numwe banyarwenya ba mbere ku isi n'igihangange muri filime akaba yaranashyizwe ku rutonde rw'abantu 100 ba mbere ku isi rwose bavuga ari kumvikana muri 2015 ni inshuti cyane y'u Rwanda aherutse no mu Rwanda yifuzaga no kuba ari kumwe natwe uyu munsi ariko ntibyamukundiye gusa hari ubutumwa yohereje ndetse ubwaheruka hano hari umwana w'ingagi mu bari baravutse icyo gihe IZINA yasiza mu IZINA reka mbasabe dukurikire ubutumwa Kevin Hart yatwoherereje anatubwire n'iryo zina yisuwo mwana w'ingagi.
The Hart family is about to go trekking. Got the wife, got my oldest daughter, my oldest son. Of course, we had to leave the 2 little ones. This is groundbreaking right now. Embracing Rwanda at the highest level. This is amazing. One of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. Oh my God, Kevin Hart here, man. So excited right now. Not only
that I just had the experience of a lifetime. I get to have another experience that doubles down on the lifetime experience that I just had. I just got to see an amazing family of gorillas, and now, because of the amazing families of gorillas that I got to see, I get to take the liberty of actually naming a gorilla because of the ceremony that has taken place, from my understanding, 19, you guys got 19 years under your belt of the KWITA IZINA. I hope I said it right. If I didn't, understanding my pronunciation could be off, but I think it's spot on, because that's how good I am, because that's how pumped up I am. So the fact that I'm a part of the 19th celebration of the KWITA IZINA, right, naming ceremony, the fact that I get to name a gorilla from the Mohozai family is a big deal. So I'm not just gonna just name, like, a name that anybody else can name. Oh, I'm gonna pull out a name. Because right now I get to be responsible for a gorilla. This isn't gonna be any gorilla. This is a gorilla that I wanna know how this gorilla is doing. Okay, I need updates. I need consistent updates. I need pictures. I need a birth certificate. I don't know if these gorillas got birth certificates, but you're gonna make one for me. What else do I need? An email. My gorilla's gonna have an email address because I wanna go back and forth. I wanna talk to my gorilla, okay? So I'm gonna need an email address, I'm gonna need a birth certificate, a cell phone. I'm buying my gorilla a cell phone. Yeah, so we can text, because they're that smart, right? I want text messages back and forth. Here's my name, drum roll please. Everybody's waiting, I know you waiting. Hotfoot, I'm joking, that's not the name. The name that I'm choosing is Gakondo. Go. Yes! Gakondo! Did you hear that? I'm naming the baby Gakondo. I thought of it. It basically, because what I did was I looked at my biceps and I was like, God, right? When I saw that. And then when I was walking, I was like, Kong. And then something happened, I was like, no, Gakondo. There it is. That's the name, baby. It's going down. 19 years of amazing work. I can't wait to see what you do at 20. By the way, you're stuck with me, man. Amazing work you're doing here. To see the gorillas in their natural habitat, to see them be the majestic animals that they are, calm, fluid, and just simply amazing. It's life-changing, and I can't wait for other people to get the same experience that I had. From my mouth to other ears, I hope that you get the same thing that I do, which is just a life-changing moment.
One more time, a round of applause to Kevin Hart. Thank you, Kevin Hart, for your message and kick-starting the naming ceremony.
Reka twongere tumushimire. Izina atanze mwabyumvise ni Gakondo, rikaba ryaratoranijwe mu rwego rwo kugaragaza umuco n'indangagaciro by'Abanyarwanda, ari nabyo bishingiyeho umuhango wo kwita izina n'akamaro kawo mu rugendo rw'iterambere.
Dear namers, it's now time for you to name the baby gorillas. Please join us on stage for the naming ceremony.
Wa mwanya twari dutegereje urageze. Tujye kumva amazina agiye guhabwa abana b'ingagi 23 bavutse muri uyu mwaka utambutse. Reka mbasabe twongere dukomera amashyi abashyitsi bacu batambuka baza imbere aho bagiye kutugezaho ayo mazina umwe ku wundi. Twongere tubakomera amashyi cyane. Ibidukikije niki? Ibidukikije niki? Ibidukikije niki? Ibidukikije niki?
Indeed. Conservation is life. Conservation. Conservation. Thank you very much. We keep celebrating the baby gorillas today. We are about to hear the names. They are going to be named by the different namers we just mentioned, and we can't wait. We are all excited. All the 23 are getting names today. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Umwanya twari dutegereje urageze, tumaze kumva izina rya mbere Kevin Hart amaze gutanga. Ineza Grace, umwanya no wanyu.
Your Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Rwanda, distinguished guests, Musanze community, Friends of Rwanda, muraho neza. Munyemerere nange ubutumwa bwanjye mu rurimi rw'icyongereza. Aha nicaye in this, standing here, but now I'm sitting in this very moment, embedded by the value of being a Rwandan, and as an eco-feminist, I'm grateful that I get to be a living proof that climate justice and conservation goes hand in hand. I am naming a baby gorilla, which I met yesterday, from Nambara family. Her mother's name is Kurinda. I named the female baby gorilla Bigwi. As I have a tangible hope rooted from Rwanda, setting a place with track record on how women, youth, children, public sector, and the private sector are all actively engaging in the conservation of our environment and combating climate change. My wish for Wigwi is to grow up with the hope that she's going to be protected. And to each one of us here, we have a baby gorilla.
Thank you very much.
Urakoze cyane Ineza, akaba atanze izina Bigwi ryatoranijwe mu kugaragaza icyizere ko uyu mwana azakura neza kanagira uruhare mu ibungwabungwa ry'ingagi.
Thank you very much. Up next, we have Larry Green.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm very, very proud to be here to name a baby gorilla and to participate in this amazing KWITA ceremony. It's just wonderful to see all of you people out here, and thank you for including me. We're naming today a baby gorilla girl from the Hirwa family. The mother is Akarabo, and the baby was born on February the 27th, and we are naming the baby here now Ingoboka, which means support. I have no doubt that baby Ingoboka will be a great pleasure and huge support and joy and inspiration to the Hirwa family, who has also lost a number of members over the last number of years. But I think that the word support allows us to connect with and think about the support that happens on a much greater level, which is about how the gorilla population really supports the community and the people of Rwanda, and how the people of Rwanda and the communities in turn support the gorillas. And so it's really a mutual love affair between everybody. But in that, I also represent the African Wildlife Foundation. I would like to acknowledge also the support and the leadership and the vision of the RDB, and also his and her excellency for the way in which they too support the people of Rwanda and also these amazing conservation opportunities. Thank you very much.
Izina atanze Ingoboka rikaba ryaratoranijwe mu rwego rwo kwishimira ndetse kwifuriza uyu mwana ko yazaba ingoboka y'umuryango wa Hirwa.
Thank you very much. And up next from BioNTech, we have Professor Özlem and Dr. Silk.
Muraho. Özlem and I are very, very honored to be here today to name a gorilla baby at this IZINA. So the baby we will be naming is from the Agashia family. It's a female, and her mother is Ubudehe. We will be naming her Inhiganda, which means humble and brave. So the name is the essence actually of someone who can face challenges, continue to face ambitious goals, and actually be at the same time very humble and selfless. So,
let me also tell you that we have just started here in Rwanda 1 year ago, so we are fairly new here to Rwanda. However, from the very first moment we came here, we were impressed by this country and by its passionate people. You are remarkable with your perseverance, with your determination and your commitment. And this is visible here in the impressive work you are doing in the Volcanoes National Park. It's also visible in how you build your nation and your country. And it's also visible for us in the progress our work is making here in Kigali, together with you, working towards our shared goal and vision to build sustainable and state-of-the-art mRNA vaccine manufacturing capabilities here with and for you. We could not wish for more brave and more humble companions, right? So, Murokose and all the best for baby Intiganda.
barakoze cyane itsinda ryaturutse muri BioNTech bavuze ukuntu bamaze umwaka bageze mu Rwanda ariko bakihagera kugeza n'uno munsi batangazwa ndetse bakanashimisha n'ubwitange bw'abanyarwanda, umurava n'ubudaheranwa biranga abanyarwanda. Batanze izina Intiganda rikaba rigaragaza ubwitange n'umurava by'abakozi ba parike mu kubungabunga ingagi, ni no kwerekana kandi uburyo abanyarwanda bahangana n'inzitizi baharanira kugera ku ntego zihanitse kandi banabikorana ubwitonzi n'ubushishozi. Twongere tubashimire.
Thank you very much. Going on with the next name, Danai Gurira. It's now time to give us a name.
Thank you so much. It is an utter honor to be here today. Muraho, and thank you so much, Her Excellency First Lady. I am honored to name a baby gorilla at this year's KWITA IZINA ceremony. The baby I will be naming is a male baby gorilla from the Mutobo family, and his mother's name is Ishaka. The name I will give him is Aguka T'Challa, which signifies and translates to expansion. I picked this name to applaud Aguka T'Challa's mother, Ishaka, for her contribution to growing the Mutobo family members, as well as to commemorate and honor T'Challa, the King of Wakanda, this Memorial Week of my dear brother Chadwick Boseman's, whose love and appreciation for this continent shines brightly in the legacy that he left behind. Rwanda has embarked on a remarkable and impressive journey to safeguard wildlife and their inhabitants for generations to come. And it is an honor to be a part of this. This work, we all know, is not easy. And I am inspired and aspiring now by the achievements thus far, including this incredible ceremony. I look forward to visiting baby Aguka T'Challa and his family in Volcanoes National Park very soon. Thank you for having me.
Twongere tumushimire cyane, akaba atanze izina Aguka ariko anongeraho n'irindi ry'umwihariko T'Challa mu rwego rwo gukomeza kuzirikana, kwibuka no kugaragariza urukundo. Chadwick Boseman wakinnye ari Black Panther utakiri muri uyu mubiri avuga yuko rwose ari tugomba kumuhoza ku mutima, ariko nanone agaruka kuri Aguka avuga yuko yahisemo iri zina kubera ukuntu nyina wa Aguka yibarutse kenshi bityo umuryango wa Mutobo ukarushaho kwaguka.
Thank you very much for such amazing names that you are giving. Up next, Anders Hall Paulson is going to name a baby.
Her Excellency, Dear distinguished guests, hello, Muraho. I'm honored to name a baby gorilla at this year's KWITA IZINA ceremony. The baby I will be naming is a male baby gorilla from the INGAGI family, and his mother is IZINA. The name I will give him is Umutako, which means ornament. This name was chosen to celebrate Rwanda's creative industry that produces authentic and high-quality ornaments and other products that are sold around the world. Through my years of work in this country, I've learned about the remarkable conservation journey that Rwanda has embarked on to safeguard wildlife and the habitats for generations to come. This work is not easy, and I am inspired by the achievements thus far, including this incredible ceremony. Artisana Rwanda.
Izina atanze ryitwa Umutako, akaba yaritoranije mu kugaragaza intera ubuhanzi n'ubugeni nyarwanda bumaze kugeraho mu gukora imitako yamaze kwamamara ku isi yose. Twongere tumushimire.
Thank you very much for the name. And up next we have Audrey Azule, who's going to give us the name.
Madam First Lady, Excellencies, dear friends, fellow namers, I knew that we share 98% of our DNA with gorillas, but I only understood yesterday what it really meant when I had the privilege to watch the baby I'm going to have the pleasure to name today with his mother. It was here in this national park, which is also a UNESCO site, which has been our first biosphere here in Rwanda. This program is worldwide, and it has three pillars: the science, biodiversity, and sustainable revenues for the local communities. And here we have the three, and I think it's the key to the success of this program. So I would like to congratulate the Musanze communities, the people of the northern province, of the western province, and of Rwanda for this ambitious policy, which is one of our best successes. And the baby I will have the privilege to name today, and that I met, I chose as a symbol of this success to name him Ikirango. Ikirango, which means symbol. His proud mother is Umurinzi, and they belong to the beautiful Sabinio family. I thank you very much.
Twongere tumushimire nawe abanje gufata umwanya wo kongera gushimira abaturage batuye muri aka gace ndetse no mu gihugu cyose kubera imbaraga n'umuhate bashyira mu kubungabunga ibidukikije. Izina atanze ikirango akaba avuze yuko yarisemo bitewe n'intera u Rwanda rwagezeho mu guteza imbere ubukerarugendo burambye.
Thank you very much for such a wonderful name. Up next we have Bernal Lama to deliver the name.
Hello, Murao. J'ai l'honneur aujourd'hui d'être parmi vous et d'avoir en plus la chance de donner à un bébé gorille son nom, qui va le suivre pendant plusieurs années, et en particulier lors de cette cérémonie de KWITA IZINA. Le bébé que je vais nommer est un mâle. Il est de la famille Musao. Sa maman, c'est Intango. Et lui, je lui ai choisi un prénom qui est Ramba Sunstable. J'ai surtout choisi ce nom pour souligner l'approche que vous, le Rwanda, vous avez vis-à-vis de ses frères. Et enfin, surtout pour signaler l'intelligence que vous avez eue de les mettre en avant et de pouvoir recueillir des fonds afin de s'occuper d'eux en permanence. Je suis très heureux de pouvoir participer à tout ça, très fier et très ému d'avoir pu rester quelques instants auprès de ces êtres. Ce sont des choses que l'on voit seulement à la télé. Et pour une fois, j'étais dans la télé. Merci pour tout et bonne journée à tout le monde.
Thank you very much. The name Ramba was chosen to highlight the success of Rwanda's low-volume, high-value approach to guerrilla tourism that has enabled the country to earn from the sector sustainably.
Bernard Lama agarutse ku buryo anejejwe cyane kandi agaterwa ishema no kuba hano ndetse n'uburyo yanezerewe cyane kubona ingagi amaso ku maso avuga ko ari ibintu umuntu abona ubundi kuri televiziyo ariko kubyirebera imbona nkubone yuko byamuteye amarangamutima menshi. Yatanze izina Ramba mu kugaragaza uburyo amahitamo y'u Rwanda ku bukerarugendo yabaye inkingi y'ubukungu burambye.
Up next we have Asha.
Hello, Your Excellency, the First Lady, dignitaries present and everyone here. Muraho, I am honored to be part of this festival to name a baby gorilla. And the baby I'll be naming is a male baby gorilla from the Dushi Shoze family, and his mother is Shishikara. The name I gave him is Nganzo, which means origin, the source. I chose this name to recognize the role of conservation and wildlife as a source of prosperity for community, above all, for its essentiality for the health of our planet. I commend Rwanda for your great work in safeguarding wildlife, biodiversity. I know it is a hard task, but I do commend you, and I hope other countries that are trying to save their wildlife will look up to Rwanda and do the same. Thank you very much.
Arakoze cyane atanze izina Inganzo mu kugaragaza uruhare ibidukikije bigira mu kuzamura ubukungu bw'igihugu n'abagituye. Twongere tumushimire.
Thank you very much. Up next is His Excellency Hazar Al-Katani to deliver the name.
Hello. Muraho. I'm pleased, I'm honored to name a baby gorilla at this year's KWITA INGAGI ceremony. The baby I will be naming is a male baby gorilla from the Kwintunonda family, and the mother is Ichamamara. The name I will be giving to him is Oro Nana, which means collaboration. I chose this name to highlight the importance of collaboration and partnerships to achieve global conservation goals. My country, United Arab Emirates, is hosting the COP28 this year, which aims, among others, to mobile resources and protecting the environment. I am therefore truly honored today to be part of this remarkable conservation journey that Rwanda has embarked on to safeguard wildlife and their habitats for generations to come. Thank you so much. Morakozi.
Izina tanze ni urunana mu kugaragaza akamaro ko gushyira hamwe.
Thank you very much for the amazing names that we are giving. Indeed, families are celebrating today. Up next, Zurab Pololikashvili is going to be naming the baby today.
Excellency, dear First Lady, Madam President, dear Governor, dear Michaela, the head of Tourism Board of Rwanda, very warm Muraho, Nishimie Giane Kukubona. I'm very happy and very honored to be the part of this very important ceremony, which is KWITA IZINA. I want to welcome, of course, our namers, 23 new friends of Rwanda. I'm very happy to name today my girl, whose name is Inshingano. Inshingano means responsibility, and we are committed to support tourism of Rwanda. It was mentioned in today's speeches many times, responsibility, conservation, and tourism, and count on our full support. We are here to support Rwanda tourism, and very happy what the government and you all are doing here. I see youth, and as you know, 70% of the population of Africa is youth and under 30 years old. So we are committed in our responsibility to support them and to invest in education and to create new jobs. So tourism is the best way, and we are committed and very happy to be part of this unique ceremony worldwide. And it's really nice showcase how to promote tourism around the world from Rwanda, from this beautiful city. I want to ask to all our namers, once we will be back to our home, and they will do, I'm sure, to tell to their colleagues, to tell to their friends and family members to visit Rwanda again. Thank you very much.
izina tanze ni inshingano mu rwego rwo kwishimira uburyo ubuyobozi bw'igihugu cyacu bufata inshingano kandi bukazubahiriza, ndetse yishimira kuba turi kumwe n'urubyiruko rungana gutya, ababwira nanone yuko ari inshingano zacu nk'urubyiruko gukomeza kubungabunga ibidukikije.
The next namer is Queen Kariminya.
Muraho, ndanezerewe cyane kuba hano. Nyakubahwa First Lady, munyemerere mbanze vuge mu Cyongereza. I'm so honored to name a baby gorilla at this year's KWITA IZINA ceremony. The baby that I will be naming is a female baby gorilla from Agasha family, and her mother's name is Inyenyeri. The name I give my baby gorilla is Impundu, which means acclamation. So as part of Rwandan culture, newborns are welcomed with songs and cheers. So this name was chosen to proclaim the joy that we all have as we name these baby gorillas. So I would add that Impundu is only privileged for women. So no man is allowed to acclaim Impundu. So munyemere nabasaba tukavuza impundu, abagore turi hano, abanyarwandakazi tuvuza impundu twishimira aba bana b'ingagi bavutse. Ai mumfasha tuvuza impundu nanone. It's only for women. Please, no men. Again, that's how we do it. Twongere. Murakoze cyane.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kariminya Queen. Up next is Jonathan Ledgott.
Maharu. It's a great honor to be here. I've been coming to Rwanda for the last couple of decades, and it's always humbling to see what the community is doing in terms of owning their future. I'm incredibly honored this year to name a baby gorilla at KWITA IZINA. The baby I will be naming is a female baby gorilla from the Kwitonda family, and her mother is Sulubika. Now, we don't know what Surupika calls her baby girl, but the name I am going to give her is Gizu Bizu. Gizu Bizu means solution. The reason I chose this name is because I'm working in artificial intelligence. And as most of you know, artificial intelligence is a new revolution which will change many aspects of our life. And one aspect that it will change is the way that we perceive, protect, and help other species. Thank you very much.
izina ry'isubizo niryatanze mu kwerekana uruhare rwo kubungabunga urusobe rw'ibinyabuzima nk'igisubizo cy'iterambere ry'ubukungu.
Thank you very much. And up next is Winston Duke.
Hello, Muraho. It is an absolute honor and pleasure to be here with you today. Thank you, Madam First Lady, Her Excellency, esteemed ministers, and Rwanda at large. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having us. Thank you. The baby gorilla that I will be naming today is a female from the Mutobo family. Her mother was Akaramata, and the name I chose is Intarumikwa, which translates to resilient giant. I know you may think that I may have chosen that name because of myself, but no. I chose that name in honor of a resilient giant in my own life. My dear mother that passed away last year, who, as a single mother, taught me the meaning of resilience. She was a giant in my life, one that I looked up to and continue to look up to this day. She taught me many things. She even inadvertently taught me about conservationism. She taught me that balance was everything. Balance was key. Balance was life. Whether it's balance in your household, balance in your community, or your environment, balance is life. She taught me that nothing is more important than preservation, preserving our culture, our histories, preservation. Gorilla conservation is important, and it's not just about preserving any one species, it's about our responsibility and our commitment to balance. Balance between us and the ecosystems around us. Gorilla conservation is about preservation. Preservation of our history, of our cultures, so that our children and our grandchildren and great-grandchildren can inherit a world filled with the same beauty and wonder that we have access to today. I am so proud and I am so absolutely grateful for the work that Rwanda is doing in the space of gorilla conservation. To me, all of you and this beautiful country are also Intarumikwa. You are all shining examples from your history to the work that you are doing today and will continue to do. You are all resilient giants. Thank you. I love you.
reka tumushimire cyane kubw'amagambo akomeye atubwiye. Izina yatanze ni intarumikwa. Aravuze ati ndabizi mushobora gukeka ko ari ukubera ibigango byanjye, ariko umwana ntabwo ari njye mwitiriye, ahubwo mwitiriye mama wandeze ari wenyine, akabikorana imbaraga, akabikorana umurava, kandi akabikora neza. Ati kandi mu byo yantoje harimo no kubungabunga ibidukikije. Ati ni ngombwa cyane yuko tubungabunga ibidukikije kugira ngo n'abana bacu n'abana babo bazabone isi nziza iri mu bubwiza turebesha amaso. Ati kandi ngarutse no ku Rwanda, ndashimira cyane imbaraga mushyira mu kubungabunga ibidukikije. Ati kuri nge mwese u Rwanda n'abanyarwanda muri intarumikwa.
And what other way of doing so than acknowledging the young generation? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Elvin Ineza.
Muraho, nishimiye uyu munsi kuba naje mu muhango wo kwita izina ku nshuro ya 19 abana b'ingagi. Umwana w'ingagi ngiye kwita akomoka mu muryango wa Sigasira. Nyina umubyara yitwa Ubuhamya. Izina nahisemo kumwita ni Nibagwire. Nkaba nahisemo kumwitira izina kugira ngo nifurize umuryango wa Sigasira kwaguka no kugwira. Binteye ishema nk'umukobwa w'umunyarwanda ukiri muto wahawe amahirwe yo kwita izina umwana w'ingagi wavutse. Nzakomeza gushishikariza bagenzi banjye gukunda no kubungabunga ibidukikije no guteza imbere ubukerarugendo. Murakoze.
Thank you very much. She named the baby gorilla Nibagwire. Name was chosen to wish the newly formed Sigasira family to continue growing their number. And up next is Sol Campbell.
Good afternoon, First Lady, Excellency, dignitaries, neighbors, and the Rwandan people. I am honored to be a part of this ceremony of naming the Sigasira family baby gorilla. It is a privilege, and I'm truly humbled to be asked to contribute to this great occasion. I am calling Taraja new baby Yuka, which translates to enlightenment. For me, this represents peace and a stable nature for many years to come.
Izina hisemo nijijuka mu rwego rwo kugaragaza akamaro k'umurimo wo kubungabunga ingagi uburyo unazana impinduka.
Thank you very much. And up next, we have the elbows. Idris and Sabrina are ready to give us the name.
Hello, Muraho. Her Excellency, distinguished guests, I am so honored and humbled to be here in Rwanda, my first time to this beautiful country. And we were so fortunate enough yesterday to trek up the mountains to meet a gorilla family. And I was reminded that the gorillas not only represent the strength and beauty of Rwanda, but they represent the strength and beauty of Africa. The family whose child we are naming is from Mutobo, or the Mutobo family. The mother is Mudukama, and we've decided to name this baby Narame, which translates to long life. The reason being, the mother has previously lost 2 children, and we hope more than anything that this child lives a long life.
Muraho, Her Excellency First Lady, Rwandese people. I've been to Rwanda before. I came in 2005, and this is my second time here. And I cannot believe how much Rwanda has grown and has become a shining example for Africa. Geographically, where Rwanda is situated represents the heart of Africa, and you are definitely the heart of Africa. We thank you so much. Long live Rwanda.
Reka duhere kuri Idris Elba avuze ukuntu aheruka hano muri 2005 ubu nubwa kabiraje atariko byarandenze uburyo u Rwanda rwateye imbere iterambere mbona kudacika intege gukomeza mujye juru gukomeza mujye imbere ati ibyo ngibyo bigaragaza koko ku Rwanda ari umutima wa Afrika. Hanyuma rero izina batanze ni Narame mu rwego rwo kwifuriza uyu mwana kuzarama ni nyuma yuko nyina ipfushije abana babiri bakabifuriza rero yuko uyu mwana we yazarama.
Thank you very much for such a wonderful life that you've provided in the name itself, long life. The next name is Right Honorable Andrew Mitchell. He's going to be delivering the name here today.
Your Excellency, the First Lady, ladies and gentlemen, fellow guests, all those who are here today, I want to thank you so much for the honor you have given me in naming one of these wonderful creatures. And I've had the honor on 2 occasions to go and see the gorillas in their natural habitat and to understand the brilliance of the conservation work that is being done, and also to see something that is truly one of the wonders of the world. All your friends in the United Kingdom want to salute the government of Rwanda for the so many brilliant things which are being done in this great country. But above all, we want to show respect and congratulations and warmth for the brilliance of the conservation work that is being done. Now, the beautiful baby gorilla that I am going to name was born on the 9th of October last year. She was born into the family Pablo. Her mother was called Teta, and the name which I want to give her is Mukundwa, betrothed, beloved, and favored. Mukundwa, Marakosi.
Murakoze cyane namwe akaba atanze intashyo z'inshuti zo mu Bwongereza zishima byinshi u Rwanda rukora, ariko by'umwihariko uyu munsi imbaraga u Rwanda rushyira mu kubungabunga ibidukikije. Izina atanze ni Mukundwa mu rwego rwo gushimagiza nyina Teta. Nyina yitwa Teta, ikaba irangwa no kuba ari ikunzwe cyane kandi iyobora mu muryango wa Pablo.
We still have more babies to name, and Nick Stone is adding one.
How truly amazing to be a KWITA. It is my deep honor to be able to name a little baby girl born on the 14th of May this year. Born into the Mercerakeri family, her mother is Munhu. Her name will be Uma Chunguzi. It means redeemer. She is the hope and the redemption of her mother's bloodline after her mother lost all of her other babies. Our amazing wilderness team here has the gift of seeing every day their guests come back profoundly moved from interacting with these iconic animals. And because of the conservation work done here for the past 2 decades, it is our great honor to be able to expand that impact by working with the government and the RDB in particular to do more both here and across the country. Rwanda truly does set the standard for conservation in Africa, and it is my great honor to go meet my little redeemer tomorrow morning. Thank you all.
izina atanze ni umucunguzi rikaba ryarahawe uyu mwana uje nk'umucunguzi w'umuryango nyuma y'uko nyina ipfushije abana bayo bose.
I think now it's time to hear from the nose. Give us a name, one more name to be added.
Muraho, everyone. We're feeling really grateful and honored to be here. And we wanted to thank you all for continue to keep creating this safe space for the wildlife here in Rwanda. And the baby we'll be naming is a female baby from the Igisha family, and her mother is Inkidi.
The name we give her is Turumwe, which means oneness. This baby gorilla is named after Chicago's One City Basketball League, symbolizing safe spaces for youth growth that foster inter-community bonds. The name also celebrates the unity of Rwanda's people. Murakoze. Thank you for your reconciliation. Thank you for your forgiveness. We appreciate you, Rwanda.
Murakoze cyane kandi namwe. Izina batanze ni Turumwe, akaba ari izina bitiriye ikipe ya basket ya Chicago muri Leta Zunze Ubumwe za Amerika ifatwa nk'urubuga urubyiruko rwisanzuriramo rwimakaza ubumwe. Iri zina kandi rikaba rinarata ubumwe bw'Abanyarwanda bwongeye gushimwa n'abamaze gutangira izina.
The next name is Cyril Baloré.
Your Excellency, distinguished guests, hello, Murao. It is an honor and a privilege to name a baby gorilla at this year's IZINA ceremony. The baby I will be naming is a male baby gorilla from the Dushishoze family, and his mother is Gutangara. The name I give him is Mugisha, which means blessing. This name was chosen to recognize Mugisha's mother, Gutangara, who is among the female gorillas in Volcanoes National Park, blessed with many offspring, all of whom are alive and doing well. The words that has been pronounced today by all the namers at this ceremony shows the importance of what's happening here today and since many years. I traveled a lot all over the world, and since the first time I arrived and came in Rwanda more than 5 years ago, it has opened my eyes on a lot of subjects, and I've discovered the importance of conservation in life, sustainable development, and I tried to be an investor, an ambassador of this moment since. And since this day, it has guided my steps and try to convince the more people I can. Never forget, it's a long-term fight. To name a gorilla is a 40 years commitment. I will face this challenge, and don't forget, without all of you, nothing is possible. Thank you all.
Cyril Baloré agarutse ku buryo yagenze mu bihugu byinshi ariko kuva yagera mu Rwanda yatangajwe kandi abona n'agaciro byongera kumufungurira amaso ku gaciro ko kubungabunga ibidukikije. Yatanze izina Mugisha mu rwego rwo kwishimira ukuntu nyina yitwa Gutangara yagize umugisha wo kubyara no gukuza abana benshi.
We have 2 more baby gorillas to name, and Mr. Josh Shondolf is about to add a name.
Maraho Rain. What great fortune, what luck, what a privilege to be here. Thank you, KWITA IZINA. The baby I will be naming today is a male baby gorilla. The mother is Isaro. The name he has been given is Uburi Nga Nere. I'll repeat. I spent a lot of time trying to say this. Uburi Nga Nere. It means gender equality. This name was chosen to recognize Rwanda's efforts to build a gender equal society in which every one of you, all of you, can reach your full potential. If you would allow me, as a first-time visitor to Rwanda, to just comment briefly on my reaction. Yesterday, we got to see the gorillas. As one of our groups said, one of the great experiences you can have in life. We started in Kigali. I truly wish we had one city in my country, in America, that was as beautiful and well cared for as you treat your capital. We don't. I've had an opportunity in my life to meet your president, Kagame. I met him at Davos. The world could use more leaders like him. This event, unique. Thank you, Rwanda.
arakoze cyane avuze ukuntu yatangajwe n'ubwiza bwo mu Rwanda ubwiza bwa Kigali aravuga ati iyaba iwacu muri leta zunze ubumwe za Amerika twagiraga byibura umujyi umwe witaweho ufite isuku mwiza nka Kigali atariko ntawo dufite ati nagize amahirwe kandi no guhura na nyakubahwa perezida wa Repubulika Paul Kagame ati ntangazwa n'ubuhanga ndetse n'ukuntu ari umuyobozi w'intangarugero ati abatwari dufite nkabawe benshi izina yatanze n'uburinganire mu rwego rwo kwishimira uburyo u Rwanda rwimakaza ihame ry'uburinganire.
To name the 23rd baby gorilla, welcome Innocent Dusabeyezu, a ranger that is well familiar with these babies.
Nyakubahwa First Lady, banyacyubahiro muri hano Neymas, mwese mwitabiriye ibi birori muri aho. N'umunsi mwiza wo kwishima, umunsi ngarukamwaka wo kwita izina abana b'ingagi. Uroye iteraniro riri hano bigaragaza imbaraga leta y'u Rwanda yashize muri iki gikorwa cyo kurengera ibidukikije. Kandi urebye no hirya no hino ukareba imbaga y'abantu yicaye mu aka kavura bigaragaza urugero rw'ubuyoboke kuri iyo ngingo. Ibi ni ibintu byiza rero bishimishije kandi nanjye ndishimye. Ndatekereza ko hatabuze emails zisaba kwita izina ariko ubuyobozi burareba butoya. Hari umukozi wabaye inashikirwa, umukozi mwiza byuzuye ni uzita. Nanjye rero biranshimishije, niyo mpamvu mpagaze hano ngiye kwita izina umwana wo mu muryango wa Kuryama. Mama we yitwa Keza, ni Keza ariko atari Keza mumenyereye, ni Keza wo muri quartier Masasa. Umwana nise namwise Murare. Murare nta bwoba. Iri zina narisemo mu rwego rwo gushishikariza abasura u Rwanda kuza bakasura, bakarara, bakahatinda, bakirebera ibyiza bitatse igihugu. Mwese rero ndabashimye kandi mbasaba kugira ngo intego ya twese ibe conservation is life. Murakoze, murakarama.
Thank you very much, Innocent Dusabeyezu, named the baby gorilla Murare. This name was chosen to encourage visitors to Rwanda to enjoy and stay longer in the country, experiencing its diverse touristic attractions, including Volcanoes National Park and the warm hospitality of its people.
Reka twongere dushimire cyane abamaze kwita abana b'ingagi 23 amazina basubira mu byicaro byabo. Tubashimire cyane.
One more time, a round of applause to all the namers for the amazing names you've given. As you head back to your seats, let's thank them for the job they've done. 23 baby gorillas have names today. Thank you very much. Conservation is life.
Ibidukikije niki? Ibidukikije niki? Ibidukikije n'ubuzima koko.
Conservation. Give it to me louder. Conservation. Beautiful. Conservation is life indeed. And that's why we are here today. Thank you very much for joining us.
Reka kandi tubonereho no gushimira abaterankunga batumye umunsi nk'uyu uba kandi ukagenda neza.
It is now time to thank our sponsors that supported us throughout the celebration, the preparations, starting with the one and only Gorilla's Nest, Cleo Lake Kivu Hotel, Total Energies, Blalirwa, Wilderness.
Turashimira kandi Radisson Blue, turashimira Serena Hotels, Marriott Hotel Kigali, 4 Points by Sheraton Hotel, Question Coffee, Gorilla Logistics, Vivo Energy, Sina Gerard, Sulfo Rwanda Industries, Inyange Industries, Akagera Aviation, Africa Global Logistics, ndetse na Canal Plus.
Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for partnering with RDB to put up such an amazing event. I hope you are enjoying as we are. In fact, the families of the 23 baby gorillas are celebrating right now. We have names. They have names as a way of celebrating and understanding the value of conservation. Just one more time so it stamps and let the whole world hear it. Conservation. Come on, louder. Conservation. Beautiful.
Igikorwa nk'iki ni igikorwa cyo kugaragaza agaciro ko kubungabunga urusobe rw'ibinyabuzima no kwita ku bidukikije. Tubikomeze iyo ntero ibidukikije n'ubuzima ikomeze ibe mu mitima yacu no mu bitekerezo byacu no mu bikorwa byacu.
Thank you very much.
Aka kanya munyemerere twakire umuyobozi w'ikigo cy'igihugu gishinzwe iterambere RDB, Claire Kamanzi, atugezeho ijambo yaduteguriye kuri uyu munsi.
Murakoze. Our guest of honor, Your Excellency, the First Lady of Rwanda, senior government officials, distinguished KWITA namers, esteemed conservation partners, Abanyarwanda twese, inshuti za KWITA, mwiriwe neza, good afternoon. I'm delighted to see all of you here in the home of our majestic mountain gorillas and the 23 babies that have just been given such meaningful names. I am also delighted that consistent with Rwanda's gender parity credentials, 57% of the babies named today are female. With so many conservation leaders, community members, friends of Rwanda, and partners that are here with us today, we are filled with gratitude at this demonstration of solidarity with the precious mountain gorillas. To our esteemed guest of honor, the First Lady of Rwanda, thank you for once again gracing us with your presence today. Your leadership and that of His Excellency the President has made the difference between just stating aspirations to actually registering achievements. We are truly grateful. Today, we gave a name, we gave an identity, and we gave a future to 23 new baby gorillas who only a few decades ago were threatened by extinction. To our distinguished namers, you have amplified the voice of nature conservation on a global scale. We thank you. I know that you're all very busy people and have very busy careers, but I do hope that like any good parent, you will find the balance and make time to come and check on your baby gorillas regularly and help us raise them into responsible adults. To our communities that live around the national park, who host us every year, you are our strength. You are the true champions of conservation. Your commitment to protecting the mountain gorillas, and of course being good neighbors to them, is the reason we celebrate success today. Please allow me to speak in Kinyarwanda so my fellow Rwandans understand what an important role they play here. Nagira ngo nsuhuze abantu baturiye parke bateraniye hano kandi ngire icyo mbabwira. Icyambere, turabashimira cyane uburyo muhora mushigikira ibikorwa by'urukerarugendo. Ni mwebwe dukesha ibyiza twishimira uyu munsi mu bukerarugendo no kubungabunga parke. Icyakabiri, ubukerarugendo muri uyu mwaka bwifashe neza. Mu mezi 6 ya mbere y'uyu mwaka, ubukerarugendo rwazamutseho 56%. Ibi kandi bisobanura ko n'uruhare rw'10% rugenera abaturage rwiyongereye. Tuzakomeza guharanira ko inyungu z'ubukerarugendo zibageraho. Icyanyuma ngira ngo mbiutse nuko kwita izina ubu byabaye igikorwa mpuzamahanga. Isi yose ibona byo mukora mu kubungabunga parke kandi irabishima. Mukomerezaho, murakoze cyane. I will now continue my remarks in English. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, when we invest in nature, we are also investing in ourselves because our environment is the foundation of our economy. This is why Rwanda invests heavily in building an ecotourism industry that benefits both our people and our planet. Nature-based tourism has been the cornerstone of our recovery since the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm happy to share that we are set to exceed our pre-pandemic tourism revenues this year, 2023. I wish to thank everyone working in the tourism industry for their resilience and continued commitment to our Visit Rwanda goals. The results speak for themselves. Our tourism revenues for the first half of 2023 increased by 56% compared to the same period last year. We are confident that investments we are making, including our newest partnership with FC Bayern Munich, adding to the existing ones, Arsenal and PSG, will only strengthen Rwanda's tourism sector. Similarly, we invite you all to consider and continue investing in our hospitality ecosystem. Opportunities abound. Our investment climate is ranked the 2nd in Africa. Our country is safe and our economy is fast growing. Friends, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to mention our plans for next year's IZINA. The 20th anniversary of IZINA will feature a series of celebrations to mark our 2-decade journey of protecting mountain gorillas. Please mark your calendars for next year. I want to thank you, Madam First Lady, for agreeing to be the patron of the 20th IZINA celebrations in 2024. We will invite all the namers throughout the 19 years to return for this momentous occasion next year. Our First Lady, you are not just our guest of honor today, but you have been a long-standing supporter of gorilla conservation. Together with His Excellency the President, you named baby gorilla twins 19 years ago at the very first KWITA. The twins you named, Gishimo and Imano, continue to thrive, and I must say they're responsible citizens of Volcanoes National Park. That action 19 years ago has resonated through time and inspired many other namers over the years. So we look forward to achieving our conservation goals. We look forward to restoring and expanding Volcanoes National Park, introducing new species in other national parks, upgrading protected areas, and harnessing the potential of the wildlife economy. Let me extend our heartfelt gratitude to our conservation partners in Rwanda and beyond. Together, our collective efforts mean a future and a healthy, thriving mountain gorilla population. I invite everyone to follow the journeys of the baby gorillas that were named today. Let their stories be a living testament of our commitment today. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, it's now my great pleasure to introduce our guest of honor, our patron for next year's 20th KWITA Gorilla naming ceremony, Her Excellency, the First Lady of Rwanda, Jeannette Kagame, to come and deliver her remarks. Thank you, Murakoze-chan.
Thank you, Claire. Please have a seat. The RDB CEO, Governor of the Northern Province, ministers here present, esteemed senior officials, our dear guests past and present KWITA IZINA namers, our youth leaders and activists, Abanyamusanze, Muraho neza, good afternoon to you all. Nejejwe no kwifatanya namwe muri uyu muhango wo kwita izina. Abana b'ingagi ku nshuro ya 19, Banyamusanze mwakoze kutwakira neza. Thank you for being here with us today. Today's event is perhaps one of the highlights of our year as admirers of our rich biodiversity. There is little as fulfilling to celebrate as healthy new lives, and our adorable baby gorillas are certainly worth this occasion. I once stood where you did slightly before me, with His Excellency the President as a proud namer of adorable, healthy twin baby gorillas. And this was 19 years ago, as the CEO reminded us. To us, mountain gorillas represent more than a source of tourism or adventurous entertainment. To us, our gorillas are custodians of a nature we truly cherish. Batumirwa turi kumwe mu birori by'uyu munsi, ibidukikije n'indorerwamo iduha urugero rwiza rwerekana akaga isi yahura nako mu gihe tutitaye ku rusobe rw'ibinyabuzima nk'uko bikwiriye. Nk'abantu mu mibereho yacu dukeneye ibidukikije n'urusobe rw'ibinyabuzima ku buryo bw'umwihariko. Bityo rero dusabwa kubana neza nabyo kuko ubuzima bwacu ari magirirane. Ku ngagi kwitegereza byonyine bigaragaza ko imyitwarire n'imibanire hagati yazo ijya kwegera ubuzima n'imibereho bya muntu. Hari byinshi tubona bijya gusa n'ibiba mu buzima bwacu nk'abantu, nko kubaho mu muryango. Buri muryango ukagira umuyobozi ufite inshingano zo kumenya abawugize, kuwitaho no kuwurinda. Uretse ko ingagi zinagira uruhare mu iterambere ry'ubukungu bw'igihugu cyacu, iyi rero nayo yaba impamvu ikomeye yo kurushaho kubungabunga ubuzima bw'ingagi. Conservation, our dear friends from across the world, is not a virtuous act for which we should pat ourselves on the back. Conservation is what we owe the earth that has nourished us. Conservation is the first layer of gratitude that we must express for a Mother Nature that has granted us survival, shelter, nourishment, and wonder from our very first days as a species. It seems almost unbelievable that while this earth is humanity's most precious gift, its sources and origin of life, we have found the recklessness to abuse it over and over again. Because, as we all know, as has been stated by the conservation experts that have spoken before me, nature will persist without us, but we cannot persist without it. Let us not mistake our Earth's kindness for weakness. Let us not interpret its hospitality as dependency upon us. The sooner we act, the sooner we can reverse our current trend towards an eventual absolute ecosystem collapse. The Earth may indeed become for our children a much more hostile place than it is for us now. For all we may currently believe we lack as nations striving for our development, I can assure you that we already have much more than we sometimes appreciate. Our Earth is fertile to the point it appears to be bragging. Our fauna is fascinating. This is why we are here. This is why we are thankful. One thing about being constantly reminded that you don't have much is that you learn to value that which you do have. You learn to see. Thank you. You learn to see worth and beauty in every single gift that life has placed before you. We must remember that no hand can give infinitely, and our earth is no exception. No matter the subject, to receive you must give in return. To be blessed continuously, the source of blessing must be replenished. Dear guests, beyond the admiration we have for your commendable work, thank you for returning the love we have for you. Let us all do the same for all the life that surrounds us in all its forms. Ladies and gentlemen, we at least partly owe the bountiful vegetation around us to the beloved mountain gorillas that we celebrate today. And yet, our precious mountain gorillas were once at risk of complete extinction because sadly, and too often, humanity hunts for all its power, threatens to erase rather than conserve. But the mountain gorillas showed resilience. They showed astuteness in ensuring their survival. It's a wonder to behold. It's a wonder to behold the gorilla's fierce protectiveness over its young ones, even when faced with fatal threats. When endangered, they may migrate to wherever better fortune and security might await them, but most fascinatingly, they will often return home once the environment is more welcoming. Ladies and gentlemen, Rwanda's effort to protect its biodiversity have been multifaceted and multipurposed. From local and international advocacy to the creation and expansion of national parks, no stone is being left unturned and for cause. And we should not simply wait for decisive efforts against climate change and the extinction of species, not when we do know better, and especially not when days like these are the proof that we can do our part from home, not tomorrow, but now. We will endeavor to multiply our conservation efforts to the RDB, to the Rwanda Green Fund, to all our wonderful partners, our local leaders, conservation experts and advocates, our friends from across the world, our supportive and loving local communities, and last but not least, to the KWITA IZINA namers, we thank you. Esteemed guests, Rwanda will not choose between prosperity and beautiful, healthy environment. Rwanda will not choose between profit and responsibility. We will work, we will push for it all, for both success and harmony. We will commit to every aspect of our development with equal determination. For our determined and resilient people, for our fresh air, for our rich green lands, for our beautiful, healthy baby gorillas, for the incredible dynamic energy around me and what it shall do for all of us, for the bright future ahead, champions of conservation, we sincerely thank you. I'm deeply touched by today's turnout, by the grace of our neighbors, by the warmth and hospitality of the local community welcoming us all, and as always, as ever, by the commitment and hard work of those that have gathered us here. Banyamusanze, batumirwa mwese, by'umwihariko mwe abato turi kumwe uyu munsi, ndasoza nifuza kubagezaho ubutumwa bwihariye. Nimwitegereza abateraniye aha twese ndetse mwabonye n'abashyitsi batandukanye batugendereye, duhuje no kwizihiza uyu munsi ukomeye mu rugendo rwo kubungabunga ibidukikije. Ntawe bitanezeza kuba mubigiramo uruhare. Uruhare rwanyu rugaragarira mbere na mbere mu kubungabunga ibidukikije, harimo n'izingagi, kwakira neza abagana ndetse no guhanga imirimo itandukanye ishingiye ku bukerarugendo, ndetse inyungu zitugeraho twese nk'Abanyarwanda n'abaturarwanda. Umurimo mukora ni uwo gushimwa, muri ishema ry'igihugu cyacu, ntimuzadohoke. I thank you all for your kind attention and have a wonderful stay in Rwanda. Murakoze, murakoze cyane.
Nyakubahwa First Lady, reka twongere tubashimire cyane ku magambo meza mutugejejeho. Gahunda ikurikiye ni ugufata ifoto y'urwibutso. Reka nsabe ababishinzwe muri protocol bereke umushyitsi mukuru hamwe n'abandi bateganyijwe aho ifoto igomba gufatirwa.
The next on the program is to take a photo that will remind us such a historic day that we've seen today, the naming ceremony of 23 baby gorillas. Please remain seated as all the namers, joined by the Chief Executive Officer of RDB, Governor of the Northern Province, Honorable Minister of Environment, Chief Tourism Officer, RDB, take a group photo with our guest of honor to remember this day.
Reka nsabe abandi mugume mu byicaro byanyu, nsabe abadufashije bose mu gutanga amazina begere juru, bari kumwe kandi n'umuyobozi mukuru w'ikigo cy'igihugu gishinzwe iterambere RDB, ndetse na guverineri w'intara y'Amajyaruguru na minisitiri w'ibidukikije, ndetse n'ukuriye ubukerarugendo mu kigo cy'igihugu cy'iterambere RDB. Bafate ifoto y'urwibutso bari kumwe n'umushyitsi mukuru.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. It's been an amazing day, and we are still going on. The celebrations are still going on, and we want to thank the sponsors one more time for making today possible. One and only Gorillas Nest, thank you for your support. Cleo Lake Kivu Hotel, thank you. Total Energies, thank you. Bralihwa and Wilderness, thank you for supporting KWITA IZINA.
Dukomeje gushimira cyane abaterankunga barimo Radisson Blue, Serena Hotels, Marriott Hotel Kigali, 4 Points by Sheraton Hotel, Question Coffee, Gorilla Logistics, Vivo Energy, Sina Gerard, Sulfur Rwanda Industries, SP Rwanda, INGAGI Industries, Akagera Aviation, Africa Global Logistics, na Canal Plus.
We've seen amazing names given to the 23 baby gorillas. We have Vigwi, meaning achiever. Ingoboka, meaning support. Inhiganda, meaning humble and brave. Imhundu, meaning acclamation.
Amazina yatanzwe ni menshi, hari Aguka, hari umwana wahawe izina umutako, hari uwiswe ikirango, hari Ramba, hari uwo bise inganzo, hari uwo bise urunana, hari uwo bise inshingano ndetse na gisubizo, hari n'uwo bise intarumikwa, hari nibagwire, hari jijuka. Mu mazina yatanzwe uyu munsi harimo Narame, harimo Mukundwa, harimo Turumwe, Mugisha, uburinganire ndetse na murare.
And the celebrations are still going on. We are still celebrating the 23 baby gorillas that are named today. We haven't ended our program today. We have music to go on. We have performances to continue. And we have ourselves to remember that conservation is key.
Mu gihe bari gufata ifoto y'urwibutso, reka mbibutse yuko iki cyari igice cya kabiri cy'ibi birori. Twahereye mu gice cya mbere murakibuka cya morale n'indirimbo n'umuziki no kunezerwa, tugera mu gikorwa nyirizina cyo kwita izina abana 23 b'ingagi bavutse muri uyu mwaka. Hanyuma rero tugiye no kugera mu kindi gice cya gatatu. Muriteguye? Morali iracyahari. Reka tubyibuke ko ibidukikije ari iki? Yuko ibidukikije ari iki? Abahari inyuma ngo ibidukikije ni iki? Ibidukikije ni iki hepfo?
Umuhango umuhango wo kwita izina abana b'ingagi usa n'urimo kugenda ugana ku musozo, kuko abana b'ingagi uko ari 23 bamaze guhabwa amazina ndetse n'ubutumwa bwagenewe abateraniye hano bwatanzwe. Madamu wa Perezida wa Repubulika, Madamu Jeannette Kagame, niwe mushyitsi mukuru muri uyu muhango, aho by'umwihariko yibukije akamaro ko kubungabunga ibidukikije. Yashimangiye ku kuba ingagi ari isoko y'iterambere ry'ubukungu, akaba ari niyo mpamvu zikwiye kubungwabungwa. Ariko si n'ingagi gusa, ni urusobe rw'ibinyabuzima muri rusange, kubera yuko yongeye kugaragaza ati ibidukikije ni nk'indorerwamo itwereka uburyo isi yamera biramutse bitabungabunzwe. Akaba ariyo mpamvu rero dukwiye kubibungabunga kugira ngo ubuzima bw'abaturage, ubuzima bw'abatuye isi, ariko by'umwihariko ubuzima bw'abanyarwanda n'abatuye u Rwanda burusheho kumera neza ndetse no gutera imbere, kuko ni isoko y'ishoramari.
Nibyo mu magambo y'icyongereza First Lady yagize ati when the environment is favorable they always welcome back. Yavugaga ku kuba mu myaka yashize ibinyabuzima bitandukanye birimo n'ingagi byari bigiye gushiraho BC, ariko imbaraga nk'izi ngizi zo kwita ku binyabuzima bitandukanye harimo n'ingagi nyine nibyo birimo gutuma zigenda zigaruka ndetse zigwira ziniyongera umunsi ku wundi. Ndetse n'uyu muhango wo kwita izina ku nshuro ya 19 ni ikimenyetso cy'uko nyine umubare w'ingagi yaba ziri hano mu birunga ndetse no ku isi muri rusange zirimo kugenda ziyongera.
Ikindi kintu cy'ingenzi Madamu wa Perezida wa Repubulika yagarutseho ni ukuba u Rwanda ntiruzigera ruhitamo hagati y'ikintu kimwe n'ikindi. Ntabwo ruzahitamo hagati y'inyungu ubukungu no kubungabunga ibidukikije, ahubwo yagize ati u Rwanda ruzahora ruharanira impande zombi kubera ko byose biruzuzanya. Ntabwo wabona umusaruro ukomoka ku bukerarugendo ku bidukikije bitabungabunzwe. Niyo mpamvu rero ibidukikije bigomba kubungwabungwa kugira ngo nyine binabe ya soko y'iterambere, ya soko y'amafaranga ahindukira agashorwa mu buzima bw'abaturage mu rwego rwo guteza imbere imiryango nyarwanda, imiryango y'abatuye igihugu muri rusange.
Excellency Jeannette Kagame kandi yashimiye abifatanyije uyu munsi abifatanyije n'u Rwanda kwita abana b'ingagi 23 amazina. Ashimira kandi abatuye aka gace ko mu Kinigi ndetse n'abanyamusanze muri rusange imbaraga bakomeza gushyira mu bikorwa byo kurinda no gusigasira ibinyabuzima muri parike nationale y'Ibirunga, ndetse kandi agaragaza yuko leta y'u Rwanda igifite ubushake bwo gushyira imbaraga ndetse zirushijeho gukomeza kurinda ibidukikije ndetse n'ibinyabuzima muri rusange.
Yego, wenda mu bundi butumwa bwatanzwe twagaruka nko ku butumwa bwatanzwe n'umuyobozi mukuru w'urwego rw'igihugu rw'iterambere Claire Akamanzi, aho yagaragaje yuko mbere na mbere umuhango wo kwita izina, ati aba bana b'ingagi duhaye amazina tubahaye ejo hazaza heza, kandi no kuvuga ngo niba bahawe ejo hazaza n'ubuzima bw'ibidukikije n'ubuzima bw'inyamaswa zose ziri muri za pariki hirya no hino, ubwo bihawe ubuzima. Niba bihawe ubuzima bihawe n'iterambere ry'abaturage. Ikindi yasabye abise amazina abana b'ingagi kutagira ngo birangirire aha, ahubwo bazakomeze gukurikirana ubuzima bw'aba